Welcome to the Hungarian Embassy at the Holy See. I'm Ambassador Eduard Habsburg, and you've come to learn about how to make a goulash. But before I begin to teach you, I would like to clear up a misunderstanding. That's what ambassadors do all the time, and I think it's very appropriate to do it with goulash. When you think about goulash, you mostly think about something that looks like this. But imagine you go to Hungary and you go to a restaurant and you try to read the menu, and I admit it's quite complicated to read Hungarian, but you will discover a word that looks something like this. So you say, I'll order this. This is goulash. And then you'll be rather surprised or disappointed to find out that they will bring you something like this, which is a soup. Because when the Hungarians say goulash, they mean this soup. What you want is the other thing, so I'll teach you a new word now that you keep in mind, and it's Pörkölt. If you want a goulash in Hungary, you say Pörkölt. You know the word? Now I'll teach you how to make a Pörkölt. Please follow me. So, please follow me into our kitchen in the Hungarian Embassy at the Holy See, where I'm going to teach you how to make a goulash. However, before I begin, an important disclaimer. I may be ambassador to the Holy See, but the recipe I'm going to teach you now is not the official recipe of Hungary for goulash, because Hungary is a very diverse country when it comes to goulash, and there is goulash with beef, goulash with pork meat, goulash with fish, and slight regional variations on that. So I'm going to teach you my version of goulash, which I usually make. It's the easiest, it's the one with pork meat, and it's fast to make. I will now show you the ingredients for our Pörkölt. The first thing that we need is fat, about this much. Then we have szalonna. That is a typical Hungarian ingredient. It is something like fatback or smoked pork fat. Well, you can take bacon, but it should be a bit smoked like this here. And then we need 3 onions if they're small, 2 if they're bigger, and of course you need garlic. Then of course you can't make goulash without meat. So this is pork meat, half a kilo of pork meat. It can be fattish, that's okay, it adds to the taste. Then of course, very important, the powdered paprika, which you will find in your part of the world. A tomato, some pepper, and in the end I've got 2 secret ingredients. One of them is a paprika creme, and this is a so-called goulash creme. I have no clue whether you can find them, but if you can find them, all the better for your recipe. You can probably tell that cooking is not something I do all the time, so please have patience with me and bear with me for a while more. So now we're ready to begin cooking. We grab this cooking pot, we bring it over to our stove, and the first thing we put in is the animal fat. You see it's already nice and hot, so it's already beginning to dissolve. Then you add the pork back. I'm already hearing first signs of sizzling. the onion. Ah. And then you will cook them until they are slightly golden. When the onions are golden and when the water from the onions has evaporated is the moment when I'm going to add the meat. This is now. I'm going to add the meat to this. And now you have to cook the meat until it has a slightly whitish cover. Then we'll make the next step. When the meat is beginning to get white, it's about 4 or 5 minutes after I began cooking the meat, I take it down from the fire. See, it's beginning to get white. And this is when I add the paprika powder, which I will then mix with the meat. See, it's beginning to get this famous color that you know from goulash or Pörkölt. Now when it's well and good mixed, you put it back onto the fire and now you add water, but just in the right amount. It shouldn't be totally covered, it should be half covered, and you just have the right amount. While the meat is simmering, we prepare a tomato, or is that tomato? I still have to learn that. So here I'm coming with my tomato. I add this, I go back. And I grab the garlic that I cut before and I add this to the whole stew. Now I'm going to add my little very special ingredient, it's paprika creme. I'm going just to add this to this beautiful stew coming ahead. And you just watch how much I put in. And there we are. That should be it. Or did I forget something? Got this other special ingredient, goulash cream. And I'm going to add this too. And in the end, you add just a bit of pepper. It already smells quite good. So this is where you're going to let it cook for about 1 hour, more or less 1 hour. And then we'll meet again and see how it has turned out. So in the end we've come to the nicest part of the whole cooking exercise, and that's the actual eating. I'm going to show you here what I did aside, but you won't learn this from me today. You have to come for another time. This is golushka. Golushka is a sort of noodles which is very typical with Pörkölt. So I put some golushka here, and then take a look at this beauty. This is the result of our cooking video. And just for the beauty of it, I'll add a little bit of this on top. So, and now let's try it out. I hope it's good. You have to believe me, it's absolutely delicious. So before I begin to eat now, in Hungarian we say, jó étvágyat. Good appetite to you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.